My Blues reclaimed the top spot in the conference last night.
Your Blues again.
Backus had a hat trick, and all things are good in Bluesland. Fox Sports Midwest guru, as well as KTRS hockey host of Hockey Sense tonight at Obie Clark's, is Andy Strickland. Good morning, Andy Strickland.
McGraw, how are you?
Good. You can say hi to Kelly Jackson?
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Andy.
Always good to talk to you.
So you were up feeding your kid this morning?
Yeah, it didn't come out right because I said I'm feeding my baby. Like made it sound like I was breastfeeding or something like that, But I was giving her the bottle. I've been gone for a full week. And you know how that goes, McGraw. You come back, and my wife's like, okay, here, you're taking care of this.
Well, I didn't think you were breastfeeding because I didn't know you were lactating. So.
Well, that's the difference. I was not lactating, I can promise you that.
Okay, all right, good, because that's a whole other issue there.
Yes, it would be. That would be a whole other show, as they say.
Yes. All right, so when is this hockey season over with? When are we going to start the playoffs?
Well, they're going to start about the second week of April, so I think Blues fans are hoping this thing goes till June. And, coming off this road trip, they win. I guess if you want to count the first game in Chicago, it was a 4-game trip. Of course, they lost that one. Then they lost to Philadelphia. Then they beat Pittsburgh, and then last night beat Toronto. So this was a pretty good stretch, taking on some of the top teams in the National Hockey League. And this team's got to be feeling pretty good about themselves. So it's going to be real interesting to see how far this thing can go come springtime.
All right. So are they jockeying for position? Or are they pulling off the throttle, getting ready for the playoffs? Are the playoffs start in 2 weeks?
Yeah, but, they'd like to win the President's Trophy, which goes to the team with the most points in the National Hockey League, and right now they're right there. So I think that would mean something to the Blues. I think it values the regular season. I think for a young team like the Blues who haven't had a ton of playoff success, I think it would give them that confidence, and more importantly, give them that home ice advantage that they want heading into the playoffs. Because if you're going to have to, face a team like L.A. or Anaheim or one of these heavy teams from California just to get to the finals to begin with, you'd love to play that seventh game at home, and I think that's what they're shooting for now.
Who are they going to play in the first round of the playoffs?
Well, it looks like it could be Phoenix. It could be Dallas. One of those two teams most likely. I mean, they're kind of jockeying for position for that final wild card spot in the Western Conference. So, with about, every team having about 10, 11 games to play, you're going to see the standings kind of change on a daily basis. But I would say it's going to be one of those two teams, either the Phoenix Coyotes or the Dallas Stars.
All right. Now, what's coming up on Hockey Sense tonight?
Well, we're going to just kind of kick things around the National Hockey League. Jamal Mayers is going to join me. We'll be at Obie Clark's starting at 7 o'clock. We'll be there till 9 tonight. It's a 2-hour edition of Hockey Sense presented by Vito's in the Valley, the best pizza in the Valley in Chesterfield. So we'll do that till 9 o'clock coming up tonight on KTRS, the Big 550.
Are you going to mention Nurses for Newborns tonight with Jamal Mayers?
I was waiting for you to say that. Of course, the one day we actually talk about it, I don't hear from you. We did this last week, talked about Nurses for Newborn at length, and I don't hear from you, McGraw.
Just as long as Jamal Mayers gets to talk about it. He's the star. Okay, good. Yeah. He's on their advisory board.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Some great things to say about it.
Yes, okay, good. All right. And then I'm sure he'll be at the dinner, which is coming up here in April as well. We should probably get him a ugly jacket, too.
Why is that?
Well, because if you're given the service award by Nurses for Newborns, you're then inducted into the club, and then you're given a hideous jacket to wear the following year at the dinner. So
come up.
There's a number of us that wear this sort of hideous jacket, and they're calling it the hideous jacket dinner.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he'd love to have a hideous jacket.
Well, I mean, it is actually quite prestigious to wear this hideous jacket.
Well, I'm sure you have to earn the hideous jacket.
That's a good point. All right, so 7 o'clock tonight, Obie Clark's in Brentwood, Hockey Sense on the Big 550 KTRS.
Looking forward to it.
Go back and stick the bottle back in the kid's mouth.
All right, there you go. Bye, Kelly.
Bye, Andy.
Andy Strickland, ladies and gentlemen, on the Big 550 KTRS. We're going to talk